world where more and more men are single because women do not want to date them is a world that's very dangerous for women, which is why I worry about retaliation in reaction to the rise of single men. We actually have data from this year that shows young women are way less interested in dating than young men are. And we have data to show that more women than men are single because they simply cannot find someone they are interested in dating. 38% of single American women say the main reason they're not dating is they can't find someone that meets their expectations, compared to only 23% of men say the same thing. College-educated women are the group most likely to say they are single because they can't find someone that meets their expectation, 45%. And I can hear the men in my comments now saying, see, it's women's fault. They have too high of expectation and that's why everyone is single and lonely. But let me remind you that women have always entered into marriages with the expectation that it is going to materially improve their lives. We needed husbands for financial security. We needed them for bank accounts, for credit cards, to have a house to live in. And now women are doing better than men. We are more educated, we are stable on our own. And women who are independent and self-sustaining do not need to get married. When you don't financially need a husband or a partner, you can say, I'm not going to get a partner until I find one that's emotionally supportive, emotionally intelligent, doesn't need me to be his therapist and his mom, doesn't need me to do all the childcare, all the housework. And men will tell you, they do in my comments every single day, that these expectations are just simply too much. I fear for escalating retaliation that this will cause interpersonally between men and women, and also in legislative and policy decisions, like the push to get rid of no-fault divorce, in the rolling back of reproductive rights, and with things like student debt and college affordability. They're not going to make college more affordable when more women going to college results in higher expectations of the men that want to date us. So yeah, that's why I worry about retaliation of men who cannot make it worth it for women to want to date and marry them.
Women aren't upset that men are single. Men have been single for centuries without it being framed as a threat. Single men aren't dangerous. They're just single.
It seems there is this real disconnect at the moment between men and women. Both men and women are choosing to not go into relationships, to remain single because it is easier. Men may be choosing, OnlyFans or porn or something else to get what they need, whereas women are just choosing to be the independent women. I can buy myself flowers type things, such as what Miley Cyrus says. And that's where we're at, because it's easier. But what does that mean now for the future? Not just for, society in general, but for you. What does that mean? It's easier now, yes, but boring. It'll be boring. When we can commit to a two-bodied, loving relationship, there is so much pleasure, so much love, so much enjoyment to be had together.
Protecting yourself, your finances, and your assets is a smart move, and staying single is the best way to do it.
Y'all really are delusional. Thank you for being a perfect example of what I'm talking about in that video. You making it seem as if men get to go out and handpick the woman that they want, like you at a grocery store, and you get to be like, oh yeah, I want that one right there. And she don't have no say-so in whether or not she like you back. Just because you can do the choosing don't mean that she don't do the picking, right? How many of y'all that went and chose and got shot down? You done went and shot your shot and then it got smacked out your hand. Like, don't sit up here on this internet and play games and make it seem like everybody you ever wanted you done got, because you haven't. That's not a real thing. Most of y'all never end up with the girls that you actually like. You end up settling for the women you can get. You're not in a better situation than single women. No matter whether or not you're a man or a woman, you can only pick from who wants you back. You can't force anybody to want to be with you, Pookie. So that means that no matter what it is you like, no matter what it is you're attracted to, that person has to equally like you just as much as you like them in order for it to work. Y'all men are in the same boat as women. Most of y'all will end up settling. Most of y'all will end up accepting the very things that you said that you wouldn't do. Y'all men saying that y'all won't date women with kids will end up being stepfathers. Most of y'all men who don't have kids will end up being baby daddy number 2, 3, and etc. Most of y'all men who said that you wouldn't be with women that was overweight, you'll end up with an overweight woman. Most of y'all men who said that you wouldn't end up with women who wear makeup and wigs, you'll end up with those women. You will not end up with the woman of your dreams. You will not end up with an Instagram baddie. You will not end up with an 8, 9, or 10. You're going to get a humble 4. And you're gonna like it and you're gonna take it. That's what most of y'all end up with. But just so you can say that you got a woman and try to throw that up in single women's faces, congratulations, loser. You got something you really didn't want.
Men have to be accepted by women they like. If she doesn't like you, that's it. The delusion is real.
This is a question for the men. If you're not a man, keep scrolling. Okay, so men, why are we hating women? Why are we hating women? I feel like women are hating men and men are now hating women. They don't want to get married. They don't want to live with them. They, they just want to be single forever. Like, what's going on here? Are all you men into men now? Like, what's going on? I'm so confused. I feel like we're creating a divide here, folks. Can we come back together? I love men. And I want men to start loving women again. Like, I don't know. What do we need to do? Let me know and I can try to get the congregation together and we could try to move forward so we can all start loving each other again. I don't know. What am I missing? Can you please fill me in? I'm very, 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 very confused. Okay, thanks.
We aren't hating women at all. We love women. But you women have told us, stay away. We don't want you. We want the bear. It's all men till it's no men, so yeah.
So can we talk about how attractive it is to find a man that knows how to be alone? If you've ever talked to a man and dated or whatever's, talked to a man and you ask him how long has it been since you've been in a relationship, and they can say, well, it's been a couple months or it's been a year or whatever. It is so attractive to hear that a man knows how to love his own company, knows how to take care of himself, knows how to feed himself, knows how to pay his own bills, knows how to entertain himself without another female and without having another woman repair or try to heal the broken wounds from his prior relationship. It's just so sexy and so attractive when a man knows how to be alone. It's just, I don't know. Ladies, if you're on here, tell me that that is not a flex, because it is. When I know that a man knows how to be in his own company and enjoy his own space, it's the biggest flex ever. It's so attractive. It's just like, geez, that's a man. Just saying.
Men are just happy without the drama.
You know, I see why men are staying single, because look around. We have women out here bragging about not cooking, not cleaning, not taking care of their home, not being soft, and not being supportive. And then expecting a man to show up as a provider, leader, planner, protector, and lover, while giving him absolutely nothing in return. And yes, I will be the one to say it. A home needs a woman who actually enjoys being a woman. A woman who takes pride in making her home feel warm and peaceful. A woman who loves her man in the same way that she wants to be loved. That is not oppression, that is care. Men are tired of being treated like a walking wallet. Tired of disrespect. Tired of begging for affection and a little peace. So, they are choosing to stay single, not because they hate women, but because they are looking for a woman that values her role just as much as his. And honestly, I don't blame them, because relationships only work when both people show up and give.
Did you know that in the last decade, the amount of involuntarily celibate and single men has increased by 253%? There are many reasons for this trend. Lower testosterone levels, easier access to porn, and of course, OnlyFans models. But that's not the full story. The ugly truth is that the modern woman is making more money now and she's no longer interested in the average man. I know I'll get flack for saying this, and it's not good for women either, but it's the world that we live in. Women are out-learning and out-earning men at historically high levels, and it's created what some statisticians refer to as the death of the average male. As a man, knowing this, you can either settle for where you are if you're content, or raise what I call your mating value score if you're not.
And yet, See which gender still runs our society? Which gender still holds our entire civilization from total collapse? It's more of a red flag when a woman is older and single for a while. When a man is older and has been single for a while, it might be due to lack of options due to him having self-respect and standards.
As a single woman, I'm getting a little worried when I scroll on this app that like all of the good single men, 30-year-olds and up, or near that range, they are, if they're single, they're staying inside and doing exactly what I would want to do, which is like binge a show and like order and take out. Like why when I'm scrolling, I'm seeing all these like cute men who look like they have their head on their shoulders. They probably don't. Let's just be fucking real. But they're all like staying inside. Like, what I'm trying to do is text a girlfriend and be like, hey, you know what? Instead of me cuddling into bed and binging all of Real Housewives, let's go out. Because I'm just hoping that one day, like, I meet my husband, like, meet cute randomly. Like, I got to go out and do that, right? I have to, like, actually put myself out there. I have to actually do my makeup and, like, put on a cute outfit and do that, you know? Crazy concept. But I have a fear that all of the good single 30-year-old men are doing the opposite. Hey, get out there. Please. Stop ordering takeout by your fucking self and wait for me to be there with you to do it, okay? Fuck, literally, I don't... Probably gonna run into a douchebag. Pray for me.
We literally don't want to be bothered. It's that simple.
Rather be single than settle for less than that.
Settle for less than the millionaire?
Just to start out, what's the ideal age for a guy that you would be looking to marry?
Like a 5-year gap would be good. So if I'm 28, maybe like he's in his young to mid 30s.
Okay, so like 33, we'll say?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're 28?
Yes. 30, 35, like in that range.
Okay, so want to go like 33 to go in the middle? Okay, and then how old were you? 28?
28.
Okay.
Ooh, I'd say maybe like 26 or 27.
Okay, we'll go 20. How old are you? 21?
21, yeah.
Pick 26 or 27. Pick
26.
26.
Well, I'm 25,
Okay.
so I'd say the max is like 30 or 32.
Okay. Do we want to go with 30 just to be safe?
Yeah.
For like marriage or something like that? Okay.
At max.
29, 30.
Okay, pick one if you had to.
29. His income should be something close to about 160,000.
Okay. And then you would contribute around the same amount?
Yeah.
Okay, because you said the 50-50.
I would like to say maybe 100,000
Okay.
at least. Yeah.
All right, we'll go with 100K.
You'd have to be rich, unfortunately. This is so high, but I guess you'd have to be like a millionaire.
A million? Okay.
Probably like 100K and up.
If the average is like 50, maybe like 70 plus, having budgeted like a vacation fund and a savings fund, saving money, fun money, divvying it up that
so
way.
do we want to say like 70K, 80K?
Yeah, I'd say so.
And you also said you would contribute 50-50, so that's 140 total household income. Would that be enough? Does that sound right?
Yeah, I think that sounds great.
Median income for the age that I picked. I would say probably like 70K maybe.
It's actually $49,000.
Wow.
What percent of men do you think make $100,000 at 33 years old? Or like, what is the percent of men that you are wanting here?
I'd probably say maybe 30%.
It's actually 15%. The top
Not too shabby.
15%. So there's one age from 16 to 75 where the top 30% of men make $100,000. So you guessed 30%. So we'll try to guess what age that is, since you know it's not 33. Between 16 and 75, there's only one age.
I feel like 45.
73.
Really? Maybe I should go with the old man. Just kidding.
Is that out of your age bracket there?
Yeah.
Trying to take every job into consideration. 30-year-old, I'd say maybe 65? Between 65 and 70 for a 30-year-old?
It's actually 45.
Oh, okay.
And you were the most realistic one so far. So the fact that, no one's guessing it right, because it's way lower than people think.
As long as you love your job and hopefully are investing it wisely, then I don't see a problem with it.
For a 26-year-old, what do you think the median income is?
I'm pretty sure it's closer to like 60,000.
It is $38,000.
Oh, wow. Wow.
What do you think is the median income for the age that you specified? So a 33-year-old.
I would like to say around 100K, maybe 80K. I'm not exactly sure.
It
But-
is a whopping $49,000.
Oh. Oops. My brain was somewhere else.
So, what do you think is the median income for the age that you specified at 29?
I want to say 60K.
$45K.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Does that shock you?
Yes, it does.
So I'm just going to put what you wanted in this little calculator here. So $1 million at 29.
I mean, I've met a few. I have met a few.
Okay, we'll
It's
talk
possible.
about that in a minute. So it's a fraction of a percent. The top 1% of men are making $240 at 29.
Okay.
So you're about $800,000 above that.
That's why I'm single.
You said $160,000 at 26. That is the top 2% of men
Oh, goodness gracious.
at 26. Yes. So think about the valedictorian at your high school, the smartest person you've ever met. They have a better chance of getting into Harvard than you do to find the 2% man. Isn't that kind of crazy to think about?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Not a single realistic standard to be seen. On top of that, I bet they don't realize they also have to meet the standards of the man they want.
Do you know what the funniest thing about so many men is nowadays? So many men are no longer scared of being single. They're now scared of being in a soul-sucking, detrimental relationship that's only going to waste their time, waste their energy, waste their effort, and waste their money. They would rather be single than be in a bad relationship. So it's not that men are complaining because they're single. Men are complaining because they've just seen everything as such a waste of time for them lately.
For us to find love.
So I think, well, simple answer is it's definitely added a layer of complication because now love is treated like shopping. You know, we shop for partners like we shop for shit on Amazon. You know, it's like you scroll through, you find one that looks good and you click like.
Good reviews.
And good reviews. Look, it's definitely convenient and it's definitely made life a lot easier. And you never have to deal with rejection because you don't know if they swiped left on you. You just assume that they never saw your picture, right? Like it doesn't actually say rejected, you know? I think the problem with it is it's grass is always greener because it's so easy, you know, to just go swiping. And, you know, sometimes you treat it like Instagram. You know, I've done this where I've sat in my bed late at night because instead of looking at social media, I'm looking at a dating app and I'm swiping right, like I'm clicking like on a post, and then it says you're connected. I'm like, damn it, because I don't actually want to like go through the effort of like connecting. I was just liking the post, you know. Scott Galloway talks about this. I can't remember what the numbers are. But the point is there's a massive disparity of men that just don't ever connect. And there's nothing more dangerous in a modern society than a lonely man. Right? And if you look at terrorism and if you look at mass homicide and things like that, it's very often a lonely man, you know? And you add in sex and incels and, you know, the Middle East, for example, you know, it's 25% during the height of terrorism, you know, a bunch of years ago, it was 25% unemployment in the region in a shame-based society where you have young men living at home and who aren't employed and they've never had sex because there's no sex before marriage. And how are you ever going to meet a girl when you live at home and you don't have a job? And then all of a sudden that stress comes out somewhere. And I think we don't talk about sex and sexuality as a part of our other behaviors. And I for some reason, because we think it's bad to connect, you know, sex life with how people show up in the world.
Guys, check this out. Aside to the fact of all the wild, crazy stuff that's going on social media, the Diddy trials, all these people getting pardons, and all the crazy stuff that's going on around the world, do y'all notice something that a lot of people let slip past them? A lot of guys are no longer dating. I have never seen a time where so many men are so proud to say that they're single. They have their own place. They have their own cars. They got good jobs. They're not being judged. They don't have to worry about if something goes wrong. They're getting exposed all over the internet. Do you know the dating scene, not only here in Texas, but everywhere? Guys are just enjoying their lives of being stress-free without all of the headaches. Do you know every time someone starts to date somebody, whether that person has a name for them or the other person has a name for themselves, do you know every time an argument occurs within their household, they get exposed, it's all over the internet? And a lot of guys have experienced it and they're tired of it. So a lot of these men now, they don't care no more about no baddie, because a baddie ain't paying no bills. The looks ain't bringing nothing to the table. A lot of these guys would rather just be single and do their little thing on the side and send their little tails on home. And a lot of females are doing it too. A lot of women want to stay single. They don't want nothing to do with a man or a relationship. But I notice mostly guys now, I've never seen a time like where I have seen so many men are staying single. So I put a post up a while back and I asked, why do so many men stay single now, and why are so many men so happy to be single? A lot of the guys' comments says peace of mind. The majority said that they're tired of getting into it with their girls or their significant others, and they got to get exposed all over the internet, and then a week or two they right back together. So we live in a time now where people don't even want to be in relationships anymore. God made somebody for everybody, but you know what's bad? When people don't even want to date no more. People not even dating anymore. You go into the store now, flowers are expiring on the shelves because people hardly even buy any flowers except when it's Valentine's Day or it's Mother's Day and stuff like that. People don't even care about relationships anymore. I mean, everywhere you look, you see somebody who's happy to be a single man. It's not because they're ugly. It's not because they're broke. It's not because they have no motion. They got all of the above. They just would prefer to stay single. And you know that's bad when times is changing like that, where people don't want to be in a relationship or be involved. And me personally, from what I've seen and what I've witnessed on the internet, I don't blame a lot of these people for staying single. It's either you a deadbeat, you broke, or you don't do this or do that anymore. Everybody's looking at the next person to see what the next person has. And a lot of guys and a lot of females don't want to deal with that anymore. This person's with you now, but then they see somebody who looks better than you, got a little bit more to offer than you, then all of a sudden, you get kicked to the side. So this is the reason why a lot of people are actually choosing to just stay single. And you know what? I don't freaking blame them. I'd rather be one of those people who would just, wake up every day with a peace of mind. You should never be dating somebody and your whole entire day is stressed out. You wake up sad. You wake up not want to be around that person. You're supposed to be happy and want to wake up to that person. You should be wanting to go buy them flowers. You should be in a position where you want to take them out to eat, where you can't stop looking at them. You can't keep your eyes off them. But the way that the dating scene is nowadays, everybody wants too much. People don't know how to keep their mouth closed and keep their businesses to themselves. Mainly when it comes down to a couple's argument. Why when two couples argue within the privacy of their home, it makes it to the internet? Why when your man or your woman lose their job and fall short, it makes it to the internet? Why when a woman and a man breaks up because of something that she did, all of a sudden the man is a deadbeat dad, but he wasn't a deadbeat dad last week when he was over there blowing your back out. So this is why a lot of people are staying single, man. And I can honestly say, I don't think that it's going to get any better. It's going to keep getting worse because this new generation of people that's being raised is raised off of materialistic, only what a person can do for them. You even got people out there now, they only get dressed and look nice just to go see if they can meet somebody who looks good, who can actually provide for them. That's all it's about, man. It's not even about the type of person that you are anymore. Women will actually choose a rich man that will dog them out over a good man that's a hard-working man, but don't have as much money as a rich man. And that's crazy to me, bro. This economy, society as a whole, and our people are messed up. People say that the world has changed. No, the world hasn't changed. It's the people in the world that's changed. The world is still the same. The trees still growing leaves like it always has. The grass still growing grass like it always has. The sky still turns blue and it still turns dark at night. So the world hasn't changed. It's the people in the world. And that's the reason why people are choosing to stay single, man. Too much has changed. And that's why a lot of these guys say, I'd rather have my peace of mind than to be in competition with the next man. Social media has made it so easy for people to cheat. Even if they're not physically cheating in the flesh, they're still entertaining other men. Men are still entertaining other women. The internet has messed up anything to do with a relationship, because as soon as you think that you're doing something, your girl or your dude sees something on the internet that looks very appetizing to them. Like, he has a better car. She has a better body. It's all a game, bro. All of it is a game, and this is why people are choosing to stay single. So if you're one of those people who's going through the BS and you just being used, recognize that you're being used and just stay single. Trust me, you have a better peace of mind by just staying single and staying the hell to yourself. I'm out.
A lot of women don't want relationships. They just want someone they can control and dump their negative energy onto. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal, link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.